Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tales of Terramir. We're here playing through our campaign. We are friends playing D&D, playing a game in an original homebrew world where our characters have escaped an authoritarian empire and are now navigating through a dwarven kingdom. You can catch all of our previous episodes at talesofterramir.com. There, you'll also find a link to our Discord server where I post written recaps of each session, so you can always catch up that way with the story. And that's Tales of Terramir, TERRAMIR.com. Also, some exciting news. Oren Cohen of the Geek Peak podcast invited me for an interview on his show. He's interviewed some big names in the industry, so kind of shocked he invited me. But it was a lot of fun. We had a good talk. He asked me a lot about my past with the game, and we talked a lot about this game. So I'm really excited for it to be out there, and so look for that next coming weeks. It'll be the launch of season 3 of his podcast, Geek Peak. So check it out. Okay. We're going to continue through our campaign, so let's get back to our adventures in Tales of Terramir. All right, welcome back. Last time on Tales of Terramir, the Soul Survivors and their new associate, Thaddeus, continue exploring the ancient Temple of Eternal Darkness in search of a dragon and a psionic emerald crystal for the wizard Calidor. Navigating down a hallway that seemed to stretch endlessly into darkness, Anton set off a magical trap that caused Thaddeus and himself to shrink down in size. It also unleashed a large, winged, four-armed gargoyle upon them. And the adventurers launched into combat against the stone-skinned elemental, including the shrunken Anton and Thaddeus. Jimma cast Thunderwave to push back the creature, but it resisted. But when she attempted to cast that, cast Silvery Barbs, actually, to turn her luck, her wild magic summoned 2 imps from the 9 hells. Excuse me. Though they were hostile, they were frightened of the sorceress. And as combat ensued, both the heroes and the enemies moved about the battlefield. And the party's luck kind of turned for the worst when Jimma attempted another Thunderwave spell, and her wild magic surged again, causing everyone in the fight to gain vulnerability to non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage, exactly the types of damage that the enemies were doing. But luckily, it was also against them, so it worked out in some ways. But at the end of the difficult skirmish, every soul survivor was at the brink of collapse. Willa dealt the final blow to the gargoyle, shattering the elemental at the torso into a pile of rubble. And desperate for a quick rest and a safe place to dress their wounds, they closed themselves into the collapsed room with double doors. They took a short rest. The group discussed their options and trepidation for continuing their quest within this dangerous temple. Jimma expressed her regret also for letting her magic uncontrollably and negatively affect them in the fight. But Anton and Thaddeus felt more confident with their chances, and after some more healing, I will now leave it to all of you, the players, to pick up where we left off. Let me bring you over to the map. All right. So as I said,
tiny.
you just finished a short rest, and Thaddeus, your size tiny, and Anton is size small, and you just healed up with some potions. Anton, I believe, did a lay on hands, and that's where you're at.
I thought you said after the short rest we went up a size.
Yeah, that is going up a size.
Oh, you're a tiny. Oh, you're a teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like minuscule or whatever, smaller than tiny.
And
There's
Anton
no D&D classification for it, but yeah, you're really, really, really small. And Anton was tiny. Now he's size small, size of like a halfling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, should we wait around a bit until you all get a little bit taller?
I wouldn't mind.
I'm trying to find the right balance between his grumpy voice and high pitch. Like, I don't know.
Without sounding like a crazy prospector.
Right.
High pitch.
I don't think it should make a difference. I can't do it. I'm just going to talk normal. I can't keep that up. Not with a straight face.
It gives up so easily.
I know my limits. I guess the only place would be south. I think we just haven't explored down there. Do you guys feel safe enough to keep going a little bit longer before we? I don't know. I guess we have to take everything one thing at a time, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, sounds good to me. We can keep poking around until we can't poke around anymore.
Yeah, until someone dies.
Oh,
Everyone
no one's gonna die.
Looks at Thaddeus. You first, Thaddeus. Teeny tiny devil, you.
Do it.
I do think, though, that if we had such difficulties against just a gargoyle, that we should be a little bit more careful, especially if we run into that dragon.
Oh. Yes, we probably don't want to fight the dragon right now.
No. But what's at the end of this, right?
I don't know if it's at the end of this hallway, but...
No, not the end. I meant at the end of that. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, because I might be mixing up games. Have we fought a dragon before?
You have never fought or
okay.
The dragon.
This party has never fought a dragon.
And as a reminder, the dragons are so rare that people only believe that there's only one of each type on Terramir.
Actually, it's the last game I played with you two that under Wes's game, we fought a couple dragons. So I think it's perfectly reasonable that I got confused.
Yeah, they feel common.
I think I did tell Wes I hadn't fought a dragon in D&D yet.
Since Wildmount, yeah. Well, if everybody's ready, I suppose we should go.
Yeah, and I mean, this little cubby seems pretty safe, so if we want to rest again, maybe we can come back here.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna take out my shovel, put it back in my bag. And I also cast light on Anton? Is his name? His name is Anton?
Yeah, that's the character you've been playing with for the last
2 years.
Yeah.
Justin's getting...
Is it okay if I just turn on his reattached light for his light source? I believe it's the same. I mean, it's light, right? So it's a 20 and 20.
It should just be the same spell.
Oh, you know what? You know what? He has a drift globe. I'm gonna use his drift globe.
Okay. Well, he has his the reattached is also slightly different, by the way.
He sure does, but today he feels like doing a dual wield kind of action.
Hey,
his
all
attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. See if I can bring about summoning that. Anything else that you want to prepare for?
Give Will a light.
That?
Oh, thanks, Gemma.
Will a light. Anton can see with his drift globe, and Thaddeus you can see in the dark, I think.
Oh, yes.
Why is that funny?
I don't know. No, I just.
I don't trust you. Do you have?
So
are you doing
for
a
scale? This is like the size I am right now. The cat.
Do you want to ride on my shoulders instead of my like the one shoulder?
Yeah, I can't stand on your shoulder anymore.
Who rolls bar to town? So, are you gonna put light on Anton?
Do you want to keep the drift globe on him? I was trying to look up a way to have the drift globe float, or you just want to kind of have it like on him, on his person?
Whatever is easier. I don't want to drag anything around, so if you
works for me, because I didn't have a drift globe ready. So
sure, whatever.
If you want to just here, I got this here. Let's see.
I don't even know what a drift globe's thing is.
It's usually like
it is usually just light, right?
The light spell, yeah. But you can also use it to cast daylight, I believe. So
sure can. Daylight, not actually daylight.
Yeah. So I'll just put light on. Well, he has his Rhea touched on there, so I'll disable that, and I will put on just the light spell on him.
Works.
Perfect.
We can use that the drift globe is right over his head.
Because I'm ready. Still trying to find my space.
Willa, your light spell from Jim, I believe, might have gone down. Do you want to continue that? Do you want Gemma to continue that light spell on you?
Yeah, I think she said she was going to. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
I have 2 on me for some reason.
You have the light from your necklace.
Necklace. Okay.
And the.
Is that adequate or is that like dimmer?
It's like 5 foot, I think.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, the Dragonmine shard is just 5 feet purple light. Very dim. So. Okay. Cool.
All right, I'm gonna poke my head out. We'll open the door, kind of look around, see if there's anything out there.
You open the door, it's just this light pours
down the hallway. First glance, there's nothing. It seems to be empty.
Looks safe to me.
Stay close. Anton says to Gemma, I want to try.
You're the one that triggered the trap.
That's what I do. I find traps.
By running into them.
Details. That's
Maybe
details.
look as you go this time, Anton.
Reminding.
I will just be very nice and give you a warning that this right here was where Anton triggered the trap.
Okay. Well, so that's what I was saying to everyone. Do you think that we had? You think it's something that's dispelled once it's used, or?
What?
Thaddeus. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Do you have detect magic at will?
Oh, yes. I can detect magic.
Do you want to see if there's?
I don't know why it's giving me.
This whole time you could do that?
I've been doing it.
He's been doing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been doing it here and there.
That's how I saw the illusions.
Yeah.
I'll move up about here,
can we?
And then I'll.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
There.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Ooh, look at that.
You set off all the traps.
The ceiling collapses. So what you do pick up is definitely some strong transmutation magic right in front of you. Go ahead and make a perception check, Thaddeus.
All right.
And actually, anyone else can as well if you'd like.
That's for cowards. I'll look.
I don't like the cat.
Anton gets a 9.
18.
14.
Gemma's all the way back here. She's not gonna look.
Willa, you see the runes that were initially set off from this column to the wall. All along that wall are the floor and up the wall and around. Like I had described before, there was like the sort of square of runes that seemed to activate. So, but you don't notice them on the other side of the column.
Oh, then let's do that.
Yeah, let's not walk onto these little scripts all around.
Yes, there's a strong magic in front of me.
Anton says, only if we had your rabbit, we could make it go first. Then Gemma gets mad. She shoots him a dirty look.
That is a good idea.
Stop it, you guys.
So...
It's not even a rabbit.
It's not, yeah. It doesn't make a difference. It tastes the same to Anton.
Detect magic lasts for like 10 minutes, so is there any other runes at the next column?
For sure. And let me go ahead and add that concentration back on you.
Yeah.
Just so that's up. Went away when I deleted the... Oh, you got it?
I think
no, I think it just was being weird.
Oh. There you go.
Okay.
So no, you don't notice any other magic in the area.
Oh, it seems good. Further this way.
it's good enough for me. And he starts walking forward with a brisk
What about
stride.
physical traps? I can't see physical traps.
Not paying attention. It's like... I think it's safe to say, though, that I think we're still kind of looking around to make sure that there aren't, any tripwires or runes. Now that we know kind of what to look for.
Yeah. Go ahead and make another perception check if you'd like to look around for traps.
Alright.
Anton gets a
A
5.
9.
Despite how close to the ground he is, he still gets a 5.
9.
Gemma gets an 11. Jesus, we're gonna die from traps.
You're falling down a pit and you don't realize it. No, I'm just kidding. No, you don't notice anything.
It still seems clear.
I'll take a physical trap over a magic trap. I don't know, it just makes me feel a little better.
The hallway seems to just continue on and on and on into the distance.
I see
This
some
hallway
doors.
keeps going.
Oh,
I will say, who has the highest? Thaddeus, with your passive perception, this area over here, you do notice as you're just walking ahead that the circular area seems to actually also have a circular hole in the ceiling that seems to go out of sight.
Oh,
This is something you notice.
yeah. It looks like they built some ventilation into the place in that alcove over there. Up on the roof.
do you know for sure if it's a ventilation, or are you just guessing?
Yeah, what else would it be? He walks over. What?
Anton grabs his shoulder and is like, wait, no, not me.
It doesn't seem magical yet.
All my
Does he do
goofing
that?
around is gonna kill Anton. No, but he's gonna take he's gonna take astride you. Like,
What
sorry,
do your
Justin.
human eyes see?
I don't see
Just
shit.
looking up.
Yeah, I guess.
You just, all of you can now see that there's just this hole in the ceiling. But as you stare at it too, you don't need to roll for this, but you can tell that it doesn't seem to be like part of the temple's design. It almost looks like as if was burrowed through.
Okay. That's what I was gonna ask.
Does the void stare back at us?
I don't think that's a good idea to stand directly underneath that.
What? I was gonna say send the light ball up there.
Would we provoke anything that's up there?
I mean, probably. Maybe.
That's a good idea. And he takes out both of his swords and he commands that. What is it, 50 feet? I think you said something like that.
How tall's the ceiling here?
Well, the ceiling is 50 feet high, and then there's the hole at 50 feet.
Right. Well,
You might be able to bring it up to the ceiling level. And see
It
if you
only
can
goes
see.
up to 60 anyways, so
Do I?
maybe just make it go high enough to see how much further into the hole we can see.
Yeah. Anton sends the drift globe floating upward, sort of lighting up the hallway too as you look around, and a dimmer light as the light source moves up and towards that burrowed hole.
This is one of my
It
better
seems
ideas.
to stretch into darkness. You can't see how far it goes.
Do you see
It's almost
anything?
as if-
Nope, nothing up there.
No, looks like a hole. Can I suss out what kind of animal would burrow that hole, Wes?
You can roll a nature.
Alright. I'll take it. I'm trying to think if there are any books I read about this.
Is the hole like the diameter
20,
Of-
30.
of the circular area, or is it smaller? Is it
It's
just
slightly smaller. It's not the exact same.
okay? Just
um,
wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, dirty 20.
It's almost impossible to tell what creature would do this, but you know that it was definitely some creature that burrowed through this. Not man-made, not dwarven-made, but definitely some very large creature has burrowed its way either up or down through this shaft into the temple, or out of.
You guys, I really don't think it's a good idea to mess with whatever's up there, especially with the size difference that you guys are in right now.
It's just some animal.
Nah, Jen was right. Let's just keep moving on and keep an eye on that hole.
Alright, well, there's doors back there.
Anton
Oh.
will bring his drift globe back down too. He says, "What are you afraid of, Gemma? Afraid of getting eaten by something large?" I'm gonna have a conversation with myself this entire episode too.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Do the doors seem magical, Wes?
As he pauses the game.
No.
Do they seem trapped?
You can roll
They're
perception.
not magical. Does anyone want to check for traps?
Sure. What's a trap roll?
Perception.
Perception.
Anton gets an 11. Gemma gets a 20. No, that's a nat 20. No.
Oh,
Even though it doesn't matter.
green.
I don't know. Is it?
I guess it's because it's a skill check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you click it, it has the 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Even though it doesn't
Willow?
matter.
You want to roll?
Oh yeah, sure. She's not the best.
You don't have to.
Just jabbing her maul at it.
She's
Trying
still
to fit it in a keyhole.
She's still looking at the hole in
You
the
just give
ceiling.
an eye.
You don't notice any traps. It looks like two, slightly different than the doors that were to the north, but two double doors, very big doors.
Okay.
These appear to be almost like wooden, with iron bars across them.
Oh, that's a good sign. I guess it's really hard to see, but how much further? Do we have a sense of how much further this hallway goes?
Past
You
our
can't-
sight.
Yeah, it's beyond your sight.
Right.
I really haven't seen a hallway this dark. I'm just doing my old man voice from my tiny Thaddeus voice. And
You got to get back to Thaddeus.
at some point, I have 2 hours.
Yeah.
Gemma says that's. It feels it like it behind the doors or at the doors. The hunger feeling.
Since it's a cantrip and it's not super accurate, you feel it in that direction.
That's fair.
It does feel close to you, though.
Can't really tell, but I feel like something's hungry. But beyond the doors? Feels a little close, but I can't, I only get this general feeling, but I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this. Anton says, "Are you sure it's not me?" Yes, Anton, I'm sure it's not you. Well, I do feel it from you also, but in your direction. But behind those doors, there could be something waiting for us.
What if there's a prisoner that's hungry?
What if there's another gargoyle? Well, the gargoyle wasn't hungry, was he?
Well, that was a construct. I don't think they eat.
All right. Well,
I say open the door, Willa.
wait, hold on. Emma goes backwards a little bit, and Anton, hold on, I'm trying to deselect people.
How
Anton. Well, if you want to, I'll help you.
about I give the door a little sniff and see if I could tell if it's a person or a monster? She's
Could you do
gonna
that?
she's gonna
Just be
sniff the
careful.
door.
Anton's gonna ready an action to attack if something comes out or shows up to attack Willow.
Mm-hmm.
That should be for advantage.
You have advantage on your perception check for this.
For sniffing
18.
doors.
Is it a person
Yeah.
or monster?
18.
It's Old Spice.
Gross.
Smells old. Smells organic. You can't tell.
Does it smell like Teen
What?
Spirit?
Looks like doors. Smells like organic material.
Yeah, I have no idea. Do we just want to peek in?
What if I just blast the door? And we do like a raid?
I can try to open it up with my mage hand. you really want to go through this.
Oh, do that.
Go this way.
I forget you have that.
I'll stand to the side here.
Okay. She nervously looks around her and down the hall, and then up to back to where the hole was, and she holds her hand out. And is it a push or a pull? That's important.
It's a pull.
Okay. And
I ready an Eldritch Blast if something comes out of there.
Oh yeah, Willa will also ready her maul.
it's Savamil and we kill him.
Oh, how's it going, guys? Ah!
But I love you guys. So she reaches out her hand, and her spectral hand comes out and grasps the door. Slowly.
What's the weight limit on the
30 pounds? 5? I don't know. 30 feet away. 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
Can't carry more than 10 pounds.
Strangely, you tried to move the door and it's not budging. You're able to move the handle, but it's like it's too heavy.
It's got same strength as its mama. Anton sees her struggling with this. What?
Did you try and push?
She thinks for a second, and then she tries to push it.
Doesn't go that way.
No, okay. Anton sees her struggling with it and takes the handle and pulls open the door with his sword ready to slash.
Anton does. He moves.
He's gonna go up. Yeah, he's gonna go up to it, and he's just like, "It's okay, Jim. I got this." And he'll open. Can I stand to the side and open it, or like do I have to be in front of it?
You kind of have to be right in front of it. Yeah, because of the wall there.
All right.
It goes in slightly.
And then he realizes that he can't reach the door handle.
He's small, and it's like a little bit higher.
Damn it! Really? Is it? I didn't mean to like.
He can reach it. It's just high up. It's just sort of like this. Like oh.
It's like a toddler.
You want me to get that for you, Anton?
Fine. And he just stands back and gets ready to attack.
Well, actually, before that can even happen, he goes to remove his hand from the handle, and his hand seems to adhere to its surface.
Damn it!
As he attempts to render free, there's a myriad of yellow eyes that open all around the doors, and two giant toothy maws open up in the doors, unfurling these long purple, blue, pseudopod-like tongues. They're door mimics.
Can I get attack off?
Yeah, go ahead and get your.
My offhand. I will be honorable and say that it was my offhand.
Yeah, start combat and.
Oh yeah, all of us, right?
Go ahead and do. Yeah, you know what? Let me bring them in here.
Them. It's a couple.
Oh yes, it's two door mimics.
God, it's so hard not to meta sometimes. God damn it.
I'm like 10 minutes ago. It's a fucking mimic.
I'm trying to play the game, right? I don't want to, but I'm trying also not to kill Anton. He'll be fine. He's walked into traps. It's not his first trap he's walked into.
Let's go roll for initiative, but I'll go through the surprise attacks first. And
2.
7.
Wow, Anton got a 26. Jeez. And Gemma got a 12.
Alright. Also gonna change up that.
What was my deficiency being tiny?
disadvantage to strength attacks and saving throws, as well as half move speed and minus 1d4 off of your damage.
You also can't reach things as high.
And that.
Gotcha. All right. Cool.
Trying to get to this. Here we go. Okay, and first up we've got Anton. But he was going to do his held action. He is still one hand stuck to the door.
Okay. He would have opened it with his right hand, so he's going to use his offhand attack for it.
Gotcha.
So it'll just be his regular short sword for an 13.
All right, a 13 against this one. We've got that's a hit.
Okay. Can I also do a sweeping attack with it?
Sure.
Okay. He uses a superiority die. Equal to the number roll. The damage. So his superiority die is an 8.
1d8.
Okay. And it goes up next round. So he's going to flip his sword around. He's going to take a swipe at it. And he's going to do 10 to the first one that's holding him, and then 7 to the one next to it.
Okay. And it's using, which weapon is he using?
Just his short sword, so I don't think it's magical, if that matters.
The regular short sword. Okay. And you said how much to the other one?
7. So 10 and 7.
Got it. Cool. And also thanks to Printable Heroes for the free door mimic image. It's on their website. I found it. Just wanted to give credit. It was a cool image and it was free. Thanks for providing that for people to use. So, all right. Anything else for Anton for that?
No, I think he can only just do the one for his held action, right?
Who else had the Gemma, right?
No, Thaddeus.
Thaddeus and Willa.
Okay, let's do Thaddeus and then we'll do Willa.
All right. Hit this guy. It's just Eldritch Blast, so that's 2 of those pop off. A 23 for the first one.
23 is a definite hit. Oh yeah.
Situation bonus minus 1d4 for that. 6 damage. And then... Yeah, man. 21.
Yeah.
Second. And then there. Fuck. 4 damage.
Yep. Something.
Yep. It's something, yeah. It's still a surprise round. Alright, that's his go.
We'll go to Willa with your surprise attack.
Awesome.
Or held attack.
Held attack. She's like, I got teeth. And she's gonna swing at the one next to her.
All right. Oh yes. Right in front of you, this big door with this big maw opening up. You just slam right into the mouth. Go ahead and deal your damage.
For 13 damage.
Nice. Smash into it, and there's just these shards of spreading ice crystals from the Maw of Hell Ice. And we'll go back to the top of the round. And before we move forward, if you like this video and what we're doing, hit the like button on YouTube and subscribe to our channel there. It really helps us out. And here on Twitch, if you subscribe, you also receive 3 free months of Apple TV Plus, something that Twitch is doing. It's very cool. 3 free months Apple TV Plus just for subscribing. You can do that free with an Amazon Prime account. Also, we have that great deal for our listeners, which is the HelloFresh. Click on the link in the chat and in the description, or use your code, and you get 10 free meals and free appetizers for life. So definitely worth checking out if you're interested. But in the meantime, stick around, and we will be back after this short break. Hello, welcome back to Tales of Terramir. We've just found ourselves in combat against 2 giant door mimics. Let's hop back into it, shall we? We start with Anton, top of the first round.
All right. So I have he has a hand stuck. He can't use his.
Yes.
Where is he?
He would have to. He's technically grappled, so he can try and escape the grapple using athletics or acrobatics.
Does grapple go like past it? Like disadvantage on attacks and stuff. Okay.
No.
Sorry, I was.
Well, I think grapples is movement is equal to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
sorry,
can't.
I was.
Restrained is the worst one, right?
Right. So, but I still can't attack.
Yeah, sorry, I was dealing with a separate thing. So you can still attack, you just can't move.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with both weapons?
0
or?
and, well, you can only use the one because your one hand is kind of grappled. You can't use one hand, basically. So you can use your offhand attack. Because his hand is grappled and gripped, adhered to the surface. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can he drop his swords and like catch it with his other hand and start attacking with his Khopesh? Or is that just out of the picture right now?
Yeah.
He's just gonna try to escape the grapple. That's fine because he can't do anything from here. So he's gonna put his leg on the door frame and he's going to try to rip himself out, but while twisting. So he's going to do an acrobatics check with a 12. Shit.
Close, but he's about to slip out, and it just seems like his hand is just stuck to the sticky surface of the mimic.
Okay. He's just like, get off of me. I guess that's his action, so he can't do anything else right now.
Okay. Next up is Gemma.
Okay. She sees Anton struggling with this, so she's gonna throw a firebolt at the mimic that's holding him. For 27.
Oh yes, that is a hit.
Okay. It's going to do 16 fire damage to it.
The one that's in front, right?
Correct.
Okay. Strike it.
And that's Gemma.
Okay. Thaddeus, you are up.
Alright. I'll keep slinging Eldritch Blasts at this guy. So I got 2 of them. A 15 for the first one.
That is a hit.
And run the 1d4. God damn, I've been rolling max on the minus the last like 3 hits. Second attack, 9 damage there. Another 15.
That's a hit.
Another 4. Another 9 damage. So it's 18
right.
damage total from me that turn.
The tiny little Thaddeus, looking up at these monstrously large door mimics, fires 2 blasts, hits the
They're
door
going
mimic.
between like Willa's legs.
Whoa!
And now this one here in front of Willa will attempt to first attack you with its bite, with this big maw that's right in front of you. And misses with a 13. Snaps down and you dodge out of the way. At that point, its maw opens back up and the pseudopod-like tongue snaps out and tries to hit you. Oh, and with a 15, which would have hit your old armor, misses you this time. And it seems to actually come right at you, and you deflect it with your maul, getting it out of the way. And that is it for that mimic. All right, this one here that is adhered to Anton. Okay, that's what I thought. It will try and bite him. And it does get a 24.
That hits.
Hit Anton. I think you have a reaction that might have popped up there.
Oh, a Mage Slayer attack? Or nope. Those don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Those I don't think those do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just all your reactions to show up. Okay, and that is 11 piercing damage as it snaps down onto his arm. And then it will try and use its pseudopod against him as well. And misses with a 7. Deflecting, I'm sure, Anton with the sword arm, pushing back the pseudopod that tries to bring him in, and it now goes to Willa.
Right. Willa looks at the doors and she says, I don't think these things can walk. She's gonna disengage and move behind Anton. Would it be a full action to try and pull him away?
It would be your action.
Was
to
your
engage.
action.
Right, so I can't do like a bonus action to try to pull him.
I'll allow that. I'll say you can disengage with your action, and while you're moving, you can try and rend Anton away with you. I'm sure he won't resist that.
That's true.
Yeah.
She hooks one arm under him and tries to pull him out as she's moving away.
You'll have to do an athletics or acrobatics check to sort of rend him free from that, adhering to the mimic.
Sweet. All right. She pulls.
Hold me back, Willa! Hold me back! I got him!
For 23.
Yeah, that does it easily, actually. You go by and you go pull him away as if it was like, really? You rip him off as if it was like a sticker or a piece of Velcro. And he goes to
pat you on the back. He goes to pat you on the back, but he's missing his arm. He's like, oh no.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that was easy. Oh God. So you can move where you'd like to. You have your full move, and I'll move Anton next to you.
Okay. Yeah, she'll just move back a little bit, a couple more feet next to Gemma.
Put him here.
I wipe his face. I'm just kidding.
Just
All right. It's actually Anton's turn. No longer grappled. I will remove that from him.
I told you not to open strange doors. Okay.
does he just run straight back in?
Yeah. He could, ah!
I was about to, but no, I'm not. I don't know though. I feel like that's Anton. You know, he's gonna say he's gonna sheath his swords and he's gonna pull out his bow and he's gonna start firing.
Right.
At the first one, at the one that he was grappled by, for an 18.
That's a hit.
For 10 damage.
All right. Arrow strikes right into the mouth.
And he's gonna do it again. He's gonna follow up. For a 22.
Oh yeah. Even better hit.
For a 5.
Okay.
He says, "Eat this," and he's gonna move back a little bit.
Make sure to, if you could, if those arrows were being removed.
Oh, does he have a thing?
It should do it automatically.
Oh, I see it.
Like a
I
quiver.
see this thing. Yeah. I don't know how many he started with, but I'll keep
That's fine for the future. Okay. All right. It's Gemma's turn.
She will go ahead and just chuck a firebolt at the one that was holding Anton. For a 21.
Oh yes.
For 10 fire damage.
All right. And sorry, that was the one on the bottom again, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I hope you're right. Willa, that they can't move. And she steps back another 5 feet.
Okay. Next up is Thaddeus.
I just go. So they're not. I can't imagine they can't move. And you just keep slinging blasts at them. 19, 29.
Oh yes, my God, 29.
I just roll shit with everything else. Minus 1d4. Sorry. 10 damage. So you should add 3 there. Sorry, I forgot to macro it in.
Okay, got it.
26.
Yeah.
And then another 4 when I macro it in. 10 damage again.
Okay. Was that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just every time I macro it in, it just rolls the 4 to subtract.
Oh, interesting. That one's looking pretty hurt. It's looking real damaged.
I think we have him on the ropes.
More like on the hinges, right? Okay.
Hey!
Oh!
Gemma, go ahead and take inspiration for the excellent pun.
Damn right.
Nice.
I never get inspiration for puns.
It's not true.
I never get inspiration. Oh no, it's moving! It's
Oh
moving!
no! I was wrong.
The door
Run! Everybody run!
lumbers forward.
You have to be slower. You just have to be faster than Thaddeus.
Thaddeus does actually start running, but since he's like so tiny, he doesn't even move out of the square he's in.
Goes
So
to- Oh. Had to target it. There we go. 17 against you, Thaddeus, as the mouth tries to bite down on you.
Yeah.
Alright. 13 piercing damage. Snap. And, yeah, it'll do the pseudopod as well. Doesn't have very far reach.
I will use my Misty Escape.
Oh, okay.
He left us
And-
again.
Bam.
Again.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you're concentrating on that? Oh, you rolled it for... Did you roll it for your detect magic? Is that why that popped up?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's why that popped up.
It's a nat one. Detect Magic's gone. But yeah,
Okay.
Misty Escape is just a reaction
Got you.
that I can do once
Alright.
per short rest, which is freaking awesome.
That is cool. And where do
So-
you just disappeared? Do you? I think you moved
I
somewhere, right?
can-
Teleport.
Yeah, I can move 60 feet away.
Under
wow.
the hole.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
move back. I'll move. Come on.
I'll give you my inspiration
Uh,
if you go under the hole. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's not my turn and I can't move.
Oh, I'll move you. Where do you want to go? Just ping it.
Yeah, here,
There.
behind, like at the wall behind Gemma, and I am now invisible until my next turn.
Gotcha. I will. He left us. Invisible.
Bam.
All right, cool. All right, that will be it for that one. And now the other mimic. Same thing. Starts moving forward. And we'll attack the closest thing. We'll let's undo it on there and that. And let's bite. Oh. Had the wrong sheet. There we go. 18.
Yep, that hits.
Snaps down for 10 piercing damage. And another pseudopod attack with its tongue.
This time she'll use Blood Curse of the Eyeless. Her eyes kind of fill with blood momentarily as she takes the reaction. I'll roll 1d6
1d6. Go ahead and roll that.
for a 5, so you would subtract 5 from the attack roll.
Okay. It didn't roll the damage. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And it dealt 5, and it was -5. So I'll go ahead and give you 5 back.
Oh wait, it was from the attack roll, not the damage. Right?
Oh, from the attack roll. You're right. Okay, got you.
Yeah. I don't know why it says damage on the bottom there, but
No, I just misread it. So okay, -5. So the original attack was 17. So that will miss you for sure. So yeah, the pseudopod goes whoosh, and you use your eyes sort of fill up with this blood for a moment using this curse, and the tongue just sort of is dealt or pushed away magically, and that is it for that mimic. Now your turn, Willow.
Willow is going to strike at the one in front of her. I guess I was wrong, y'all.
No shit! you hear from behind you,
Who said
but you
that?
don't see
Who
anything.
said that? Yeah.
Yeah, it must be from the hole.
Yeah.
14 to hit.
That's a hit.
Sweet.
These things are big, so it's just easy target.
14 damage.
Nice. Looking really hurt.
All right. She swings again. 15.
That's a hit.
And 14 damage.
Gotcha. I think it untargeted, so I will.
Oh no!
Smash
That's
it,
all
Willa.
good. How do you do it to this one?
She's gonna go for the wood part. She kind of like tries to break the wood apart, make it splinter in half.
Yeah, you kind of try to splinter it like you think this door will splinter, but in fact the boards sort of separate as if they're connected by like sinuous tissue, and it's kind of like snap outward, and it's almost like this organic creature that bends outward and just falls into this sort of amorphous goo. The shape that it was in just sort of dissolving away, and you kind of see it, the mimic in its natural form, this sort of strange goo, lifeless before you.
Well, that's gross. She kind of sees what's happening around her, and right after that swing, she'll run forward to the other side. She'll, hey, over here! On the other side of the other mimic.
The door is sort of shifting around to look back at you, and all right, cool.
Now it's a push.
Yeah, now it's all right, Anton's turn.
Anton slings his bow and he pulls out his swords again, and he's like, "It's go time!" And he charges at the mimic and starts swinging with all of his tiny might. First with the Kopesh. Oh, an advantage, right? Because I'm flanking?
Correct.
Oh yeah, thank you, Willa. 16.
That was a good move, Willa. 16 hits for sure.
And he slashes at it for 13. So I don't know how this one goes, because I think it's 7 piercing and 6 poison, if that makes a difference.
How does he do it?
Oh, he starts doing like a little mini twirl with both of his swords, but he only, he kills him out the first one, and he's just chopping with all of his might, and
And
trying to imagine
also,
what a little Anton would do. Yeah.
Just imagine just like a little hamster's like breathing really fast. And
Thaddeus, while still invisible, moves up next to Gemma and then bamps back into invisibility and goes, "Well, that wasn't too bad."
I cast a firebolt. Ah! Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh shit, I do cast a firebolt. You're resistant to fire.
Shit.
It's fine. Good move, Willa.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
That was kind of my fault. I didn't think they would move around like that. But
Well, I
now we
touched
know.
them first.
Who do you think? Is there anything in the room?
Oh,
Can we
right.
search through the remains of the doors? Any unlucky person that got their hand dissolved or something with a ring on it?
Any dwarf dog tags?
Dwarf dog tags.
collectibles. Go ahead and roll a investigation check.
Start chopping through the remains. Anton gets a 14, while Gemma gets a
8.
16.
6.
Okay. Looking about the goo left over and the rubble, not finding anything. Looks pretty barren.
What about in the
It
room?
just seems like goop.
The room too. Yeah, Baron.
Okay. Yeah. 10, 18, 6. Anton's going to use his second wind.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink this potion of healing I have.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
What?
Oh,
He
that
rolled
sucks.
the lowest he possibly could on his...
Yeah. It applied it
alright.
already.
Oh, did it? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're drinking a potion of healing, Thaddeus? Okay.
Yeah, did that apply to me or did I not target myself? I don't think that applied.
No, it did not. Yeah. Usually you'll see the numbers pop up above. Okay.
It's getting rough down here. How long has it been since our short rest?
5 minutes?
Okay, so I'm not getting bigger yet?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
More like 10 minutes. But still. No.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
It's been like 10 minutes.
We could just, like, hang out in the room again.
I'm okay to keep going. I think I'm getting my voice. I think my voice is deepening again.
It's a little bit of cracking here and there. As if
I think my voice is getting deep again.
he aged.
You haven't even hit puberty size yet. And I know when I'm all big and tall. Are there, I can do this at will. I'll just cast Detect Magic again.
Okay.
I think Anton can send the drift globe forward too a little bit instead of it just following him. Is that
Yeah.
does that sound
That
correct?
is correct. Yes.
So he'll have it go in front of us until maybe just to give us a few more.
To
a little
make
bit more
it
distance.
easier, first of all, let me.
Are there auras in this game?
There
Yeah,
are.
the effect is neat, but yeah, it just constantly pulsing like that is a bit much.
Yeah.
No, I can't give myself the concentration.
You should be able to under your effects. I'm trying to, but for some reason,
Yeah, I'm
Foundry
looking. I don't see it. It's whatever.
freaked out on me.
It's Detect Magic. It's
Yeah.
it'll
It's not letting me select anything right now. Oh, that's why. Duh. That was my bad. There we go.
Did you pause your road game?
No, I had the wrong tool selected.
Gotcha.
I will move Anton forward just to provide the light source, because he's the drift globe, and I'll
Yeah.
bring him back.
He's
So
gonna do that anyways.
how far would you like the drift globe to go?
I don't know, 30 feet in front of us because it has the just a little bit
Yeah.
more, just so that we
Yeah.
get the extra light ahead of us. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I can still.
Hey, only flaps. Welcome in. Yeah, I will move here.
I'll just control both.
You're starting to see there's sort of this I don't want to how to describe it, but more almost like of a burrowing or opening in the wall to your left, since you're moving south. There's also before you, around here ish, the ceiling hits like a wall and moves down, and the ceiling actually is much shorter moving forward in that position, if that makes sense. So 50 foot, yeah, you have like the 50-foot high ceiling, and then about here it hits a wall and goes down, and then the ceiling is shorter. Anton's just moving in. Okay.
Well,
the
no,
globe
it's just globe. Because he can go 60 feet with that. He just pushes it forward when he sees that there's no way through there.
And there's been no magic. Tinglies. 30 feet
Not
of me.
No, not in range for you there.
Yeah.
But as you move forward, so that hallway appears to like sort of dead end in the distance, but about 35 feet from the southern wall, there's the section of the temple that has a lower ceiling, dropping 20 feet. So the ceiling from around here is about 30 feet high. So shorter, but it goes in further into the distance. It seems to finally dead end beyond that.
And then
Yep, go ahead.
Does the burrowing over to our left?
Yeah.
Does that look similar to the burrowing I saw in the hole?
It does. It looks like clearly not part of the temple's original construction. There's a 30-foot long by 10-foot tall hole in the wall. So there's like this sort of long, thin opening in the wall there that breaks out. It's like this long, thin hole. And the tone-styled floor there actually drops dramatically into darkness. And almost what appears, what you can see actually because you have plenty of light, there seems to be like a damp natural cavern down there.
Gotcha.
So it's like it's like a long hole on the ground?
Yes.
Like along the floor? How big is the...
It's 10 feet tall and long.
But it's flat.
Not. And it kind of goes down.
And then there's like a dip.
Yeah.
Into it.
But it's not like a big... So it's not like the hole in the ceiling, but it looks chewed or something. Burrowed. Like
it looks burrowed through. Yeah.
Okay. But flatter.
But it's dropping down into a natural cavern. So it's sort of
that's 10 feet
through and down. 10 feet tall.
I can't move.
Oh, yeah.
Do we know if dragons burrow? Like, is that like common knowledge?
You can roll a nature or intelligence check.
Like, that's just gonna blur because of my camera thing.
13?
What is that?
I'll give you advantage, Willa. Being dragonborn.
Okay.
There. I think Wes is describing something like this is the floor.
That is very
accurate. And then it kind of like angles down into like a natural cavern down here.
More of a
I get it. I'm just wondering what the
more
hole
is. More of a straight drop, not like a slide into it.
Straight down. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Willa there with the 21. Sure. From what you've heard about dragons, they, depending on what type they are, there are many that live underground that can burrow through earth. Could be that, or it could be something else.
Some sort of flat dragon, 10-foot flat dragon.
I don't know. Watch out, y'all. It might be that dragon we've been hearing from.
It looks similar to the hole we saw earlier. And there's no detect magic down the hole, Wes? Like nothing triggering it once I get near the edge?
No, not at the height that you're at. As you're kind of peering down, though, I will say that you can see in the distance there seem to be some glowing emerald crystals that are protruding from opposite sides of the hallway down there and parts of the natural cavern that seem to be glowing a bit with some light. But no magic.
This part right here around the side, it looks like it's the rock coming out of the wall too. Like, was that part of the temple? Because I still see floor here, but it's not like. Was it built that way? I don't know how to describe it. Like this part right here looks.
It looks like a cave-in, like the other hallways that we've seen.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks like looks like natural wall, natural cavern wall. So, like I said, that wall, that ceiling, dips down, and then beyond that seems to be like a natural cavern along one side of the wall. And then
do I know the Uyghurs to like be architects that like to blend the actual built thing with nature?
What?
Are they like Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, where they like the natural elements blending into their architecture of their temples?
You can roll a history or roll history.
All right. Well, where's my history? There it is. A 18.
Pretty good. You know that obviously Duergar originate from the Underdark, and of course all of their structures are underground. So you could surmise that perhaps they sometimes blend natural and artificial sort of structures. But typically dwarves like to build from the stone and make it their own and shape the stone.
I do think this is still the creature. I don't think the Dugars built this.
Do you think it's a big creature?
And he points at the hole.
Well, I mean, it's wide, but it's only 10 feet tall, so why wouldn't it make it bigger? You know what I mean? I imagine it's like a flat creature. That's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. If it's like,
well, 10 feet's still pretty big. 10 feet's still pretty big, and it's dropping.
But it's also wide.
Down.
You know what I mean? Like, is it? Well,
yeah.
How far down is it?
Good question. It is.
Send the globe down.
Yeah, it drops 20 feet below.
Great.
So beyond that, sort of, you can see the break and the stone tiles drops 20 feet down into the natural stone cavern.
As they're looking down into the cavern, it looks like we could see like some of it from what we could see in the ground. Does it look like there's any tracks left over?
Roll a perception check.
You won.
Yeah, can't tell. It's really kind of far down, and it's just such a natural, rocky, uneven, sort of damp surface too. It's hard to tell.
Well, I guess we have to go down. Hey, did you hear that? My voice is getting better.
Oh, sure. Mine's all over the place.
I can tell. Can we fashion some sort of thing with Gemma's shovel and their rope so that we can climb down?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you'll definitely have to climb down. So if you want to, you want to fashion, you have rope, obviously, right? And so no one has climbing gear, right? a climber's kit?
No.
No.
I believe so.
Does anyone have any pitons or? Anton doesn't have anything. That's all I have is a shovel. If we want to try to hammer that down into the stone here or whatever, maybe that'll work.
I got a hammer.
I know you do.
I can shoot magic at it.
Do you want to try and hammer the shovel like into sort of the loose rock?
Yeah.
Well, whatever we can do to fashion, yeah. Like, is there any way we can just so that we have something secure to climb down?
Sure. There's also a couple like sort of jagged boulders or pieces of rock that you could probably tie it to as well.
I mean, this looks like a lot taller than I think you guys think it is. Like, this seems like 100 feet down. He's just really short.
It's about 20 feet.
Can you just,
If
like,
you wanna hang
lower me
outside
down in a basket?
You can ride in this bag of holding, I think. Pick him up with a hand.
Oh, it's all gooey.
I pretend I'm going to put him in the bag, and then I chuck him down the hole. No, I put him in the bag.
Misty escape.
Once per short rest. I read it. Okay, so
It's still so good.
I put him in the bag, and if we can fashion it into something secure, I guess we climb down.
Yeah, for sure. It's not the most secure thing, but the rocks going down also feels like it's not like a super smooth surface. You feel like you can, as long as you take your time, you should be able to climb down. So everyone can roll
With a roll.
an athletics check.
Can we just ride down on Will's back, maybe?
I was gonna ride
does Thaddeus have
down
to?
the bag.
Yeah. Can Thaddeus just be in the bag?
Thaddeus can for sure. Are you gonna get
Can I
going?
help? Yeah, can I help Gemma and go? Oh, you got a foothold down here.
Yeah, mansplain my way down. You said athletics.
Athletics, yep.
Net 20, 28.
Can I help Gemma?
Very nice.
Anton gets a 12.
With emotional support, you can get an advantage, Gemma.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me the whole time.
No, hands right there. Hand right there.
Trying to concentrate.
You got some chalk in this bag. Is that for a spell, or you could use it for climbing?
I also get a 12. I'm like, I can't concentrate while you. And I got a 12. Me and Anton and I both get 12s.
Yeah. So for Gemma, you find it really distracting that he's talking to you, but you're kind of using your rope, and but you're actually able to make it down. Able to make it down. You finally get down to the bottom, and you're a little shaky from the having to use your strength in that way, and also might also be from annoyance. But you and Thaddeus are down. And same for Anton. Anton finds his smaller form, not knowing his strength. He used to be much stronger, but being this like sort of child-sized version of himself finds it to be a little more difficult, but he manages to get down.
Oh no! Does he get a disadvantage or something to that for
No.
athletics?
Oh,
Okay.
right,
It's
his
just-
strength saves and checks and
strength
saving
saves.
throws.
Oh, and checks. Okay.
Checks and saving throws.
Sorry,
which actually
teacher.
no, you're actually fine. It doesn't work for against skills.
Okay, good.
Strength checks.
Strength
Not
checks.
skill checks.
Checks. Okay, not skill checks. Okay.
Yes.
He has that like little kid-sized power to weight ratio where you're like, why can't you just pull yourself up all this shit?
I don't know how.
I can't even get myself out of a pool anymore.
Alright. Okay.
Good job, Anton.
And you make it down.
must be getting your strength back.
You can see as you look up to you've left sort of what appears to be the temple itself. behind you, and now you've entered into this sort of strange cavern, similar to the ones you found as you made your way into the temple. But this
That's
time
the drift globe.
but this time there are glowing emerald crystals, slightly providing a soft green dim light along various parts of the wall.
I'm gonna put on my empathic sense as we're going down this way too.
Okay.
I don't know, you guys are starting to get really nervous. If we end up finding this dragon, are we just going to be able to walk away? Are we going to be able to survive? I guess we could talk to it. Right?
It did say it just wanted to talk, but I don't know. We might have to end up running if worse comes to worse.
It did make
never
it
run
seem
from a
like
fight.
if we got to it, we would get a reward, right?
But that
Sure,
could
it's
be
like,
like keeping our lives.
You make it through my trials, and
Here's a gift certificate. I don't know. Like, is it kind of
good luck
weird.
to that dragon keeping my life. I already owe it to somebody else.
Anton is the drift globe. I just make sure I reiterate that so I don't accidentally walk him into a trap.
Where's Anton then? Like in front of Gemma?
Oh, he'll be right in front of Gemma. Gemma's gonna be right behind him, like hiding behind him.
Gotcha.
Or not hiding, but cautiously optimistic about the way forward.
Thaddeus is kind of like walking between your legs every once in a while, like a cat trying to get food.
Trying to kill me, essentially.
just tripping you up.
Goddamn cat.
I'm trying to see if there's any magic.
I know you're hungry. Okay, just wait.
Has there been any like pings on the detect magic? I assume it hasn't been 10 minutes yet.
It hasn't. Getting close to 10 minutes, but it's you're getting slightly faint pings of magic around the crystals.
Gotcha.
Sort of like an evocation, sort of. So it's almost like a magical glow suffusing through them.
Isn't it what? Is it just illusion? This light? What are light spells?
Evocation?
Are they evocation? No.
I believe so.
Hey, Thaddeus, I don't suppose that it's just we're the shop, but with your detect magic, do you happen to
Divination,
see if, what's his name, Calidor is looking in on us?
I haven't sensed him since we came into the temple. It seems like it's guarded by wards or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're kind of outside the confines of the temple proper. Maybe magic can come through the...
I could try and send... let me send him a message, and I'll use my... I'll open my book and use my tome sending. And go... Calidor! Thaddeus! I'm tiny right now.
I know who it is.
Can you hear us? Deep in temple.
Again, you can cast it at will. I don't know why you're counting your words.
You hear a hurried reply. Thaddeus? Is that you?
Oh, he doesn't know.
I lost communication with all of you yesterday. What happened? Where are you? Have you found the crystal? And that's it.
I'll send him another message. Lots of green crystals, but I don't think they're the one you're looking for. there was a temple to the god of Minotaurs. Seems magic with a ward. A ward, not an award.
Are you saying you found a temple to Tolsten?
Yes.
That's
That's it. Yep, that's it. Yep.
that's quite interesting indeed. If you haven't
Are you talking
found
to
the
him right
dragon,
now? No.
if you haven't, he's still completing his message.
Oh.
If you haven't found the dragon yet, surely you must be close.
If you're talking to him, tell him to send a care package. You could really use it.
She's Thaddeus is in the middle. What do you mean a care package? Oh, it's
Potions and maybe some food.
Oh. Yes. He's
Thaddeus, actually,
Says-
go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
wisdom saving throw. All right. That's not affected by being tiny, is it?
No.
An 18.
Do you still have your detect magic up?
Yeah.
You feel the aura presence of divination magic near you again.
Oh, I think you can see us again.
Which way?
What? Oh, that way.
You
It's
see the
further from
familiar-
the temple. Yeah.
The familiar globe nearby. He's watching in again, it seems.
Thaddeus waves and goes, and one more sending message and just goes, "Do you think we could leave and come back? We're all pretty hurt and tiny."
I pick up Anton and show him. Anton's legs are like,
It's
Like flailing.
the first shot he has is a forced perspective shot where me and Anton look normal sized, but then Gemma walks over to pick him up.
He goes, if you're feeling hurt, return back immediately. Recuperate if you must. Don't be foolish.
All right, it seems
No,
like
no,
we
do
can
that.
go back. We can go back to the surface and recuperate and then come back down. We just need to get past the lava.
Oh, he recommends it.
Yes!
should
And he gives a
we-
thumbs up back towards the divination arm.
Should we maybe peek around a little bit more to see how much further we have to go?
What?
Or should we just use our strength to go back?
I think we should probably use it to go back. I mean, I had to dodge a lot of things in the cart. I mean, at this size, I don't think I'll have to really dodge much. I can just hunker down.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised.
Nonsense.
He's like, PPE gear, look.
Yes, he bamps his clothes into PPE gear. But
If you guys think so, then, I mean, I'm all
you're the
for
one
it.
that wanted
Yeah.
to go back. But yeah, we can explore some more.
Well, I mean, how do you feel? Do you guys feel like you can go a little bit further, or do you want to... I feel like we could probably survive another encounter if
Yeah,
it came to
I'm-
that, but...
I'm kind of sore, but yeah, my magic's still pumping. And he prestidigitates a little.
Yeah, I think we could maybe at least take a look around, run if we need to.
Sounds
Yeah,
good
I'm
to
not
me.
ready to go back up.
Well, do we go this way or should we go that way? She points two directions.
With the last of the detect magic up, right, for this casting of it, is there any slightly more magical direction. No.
Man,
Well,
it would have
I
been
don't
something if we
know.
had those lizards. I can only send my drift globe so
Maybe.
far. And it looks like there are paths leading both ways.
You've been like
That's-
the army man ranger. What way do you think's good, Anton?
He licks his finger. His gloved finger, so it doesn't make a difference. You know, he holds it to the wind.
Fantastic.
Mike got himself thinking with that bullshit.
That was really good.
It's so
That was
stupid.
really funny though.
It was so dumb. Okay, let's go. Let's go this way.
A wet finger glove. Does he want to? Yeah. What's he doing? What's he doing?
He's going this way.
Okay.
It's so stupid. I'm sorry. Let's go this way and let's see what's.
I will.
Let's go
I
see
will
what's-
say, you're sort of loitering in the area. You do feel that there's like a warmer humidity from the south. So you do kind of feel that.
What is
Maybe
it,
we should
Gemma?
check that out
Willa.
first.
Willa will kind of look down. She's like, kind of reminds me of that humidity we felt around those lizards. Remember they had their own hot spring?
I think it was just lava with illusion on it, but yes.
Was it?
Yeah, well, considering
The
that
lizards.
the bridge over the water turned into the bridge over the lava, I'm
But the
guessing...
lizards were around.
Yeah, the lizards were in the
Yeah.
water.
Heated water.
Yes, but maybe they're magic lizards. Do I know of any lizards that survive in lava, Wes?
Lava lizards.
Not natural animal lizards. No,
There could be magic lizards.
it could be magic lizards.
Well, if you guys want to go south, then let's go south. Let's just be cautious.
Well, as
though,
you approach
because-
two, these are there's two sort of hard steps down that go further. So like the floor is lowering.
Are they? But they're steppable.
Yeah, they're
Not
steppable.
drop-
It's steppable for Thaddeus.
They're 5 feet, so a bit of a hop for Thaddeus.
Can someone... Uppies! Uppies! Uppies!
Here, Gemma grabs. Gemma, just get in my bag. Just like I get it, put him in my bag. But Anton will slide down himself, like on his belly.
As you're trying to put him in the bag, he does like the cat thing where he like turns into a liquid somehow.
Yeah. I just grab you by the scruff then, and I put you. In the Can't take you
There's
anywhere.
a surprising amount of scruff when you grab it.
Yeah. Don't poop in my bag.
Down here, there is the cave opens up into a massive chamber, which is dominated by a bubbling, steaming pool of water. The air feels hot and damp, and moisture clings and drips on every surface. When you get past the 2 steps, the floor here is very damp and considered difficult terrain. It's very slippery from all the moisture.
Well, it does seem wet.
Yeah, watch where you walk. It's a little bit, a little slippery.
So I can only move like 5 feet now, right? Unless I'm still just getting carried by Gemma.
You're
right.
still in my bag, right?
Yeah, sure.
You're in his bag.
Her. Is the water here something we can disbelieve? Like if it was an
Sure.
illusion or something?
Roll a perception check.
Use your magic.
I'm reloading. Does that for like everybody roll perception?
16.
I feel like, would you mention it to tell us to look for it? Because I don't know if I would look for it.
But Thaddeus was already talking about not trusting the water.
Ah, true.
Could be like the bridge. Anton
5.
gets a
A
20.
over troubled lava.
Nice.
and Gemma gets a 12.
Okay.
Sorry, excuse me.
That is you got an 18,
16.
16.
18 was before.
I'm moving down to where Thaddeus is. Sorry, I don't know if you can do that because I was reloading. So
Go ahead and move yourself. You look out on the surface of the water, and you do see extending from a stalk, or I'll say Anton sees, only Anton, see the stalk sporting 3 bulbous eyes that face in different directions, is suddenly kind of pops up out of the water, almost like looking around. And then suddenly there's this
Shots of swords.
this big tentacle-like tongue that snaps out of the water and grips onto Willa there, being the closest, and snaps around your legs. This creature emerges from the water, this amphibious predator as big as an elephant. It has 4 tentacles, a thick rubbery hide, and a fang-filled maw with a prehensile tongue. And it is a froghemoth. It's appearing there. Do you guys see it?
I think it's
Not
out
yet.
of view. Oh god, the forge just crashed on me.
Well, this is a good time, as good a time as any, to transition to our second break. We are, of course, streaming live on Twitch, free for all viewers. If you'd like to support what we do, consider subscribing for ad-free viewing. And don't forget, you can subscribe for free with an Amazon Prime account. Get some free emotes, some custom emotes, and you can claim 3 free months of Apple TV Plus. And of course, we still have that deal going for our followers with HelloFresh. Click the link, use our code, get 10 free meals plus free appetizers for life. So hit that up, and we'll take a final break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to Tales of Terramir, where a froghemoth has emerged from the water. This massive elephant-sized creature with tentacles, this long tongue, and these strange sort of stalk with 3 eyes on top of it, has snapped its tongue out of the water and grabbed onto Willa in a surprise attack. You have to make a strength saving throw for me, Willa.
Okay. That'll be a 9.
Oof.
Dang.
9. You are pulled back onto your back. You slip off and just are pulled into the water
Ah!
here. As this tongue is, everyone sees as Willa slips down and is just pulled into the water as this creature is emerging. Oh god, sorry. There is a massive spider right in front of me.
Roll for attack. Roll for attack.
I'm rolling for attack.
What's your initiative?
I got it. Notebook saved the day. It's running games in a basement for you.
Do we need to take another 5 minutes?
No, happens all the time. Okay. All right. What was I doing here? So that you got pulled in, and yeah, I think that launches. Yeah, Yep. So that will initiate combat. So let's go ahead and roll initiative, everyone.
$19.
Anton gets 15, and Jenna gets 14.
Okay. Beginning combat. By the way, I had kind of nerd out about Froghemus. They're like one of those sort of classic D&D monsters. And if you look some stuff up, there's like a lot of really cool fan art of Froghemus. But anyway, let's go first to Willa. You were up first. You got grabbed from this tongue, and you are considered grappled. So let's add that to you. And you got brought into the water too. You're just on the surface, but you're sort of brought into the water. And you do feel it to be quite warm. Quite warm. In fact, so warm, you do take... Rolling. It's lagging a bit for me.
You probably take healing because it's warm and not hot, right?
Right. Okay, I'm not seeing it. So just to move things along, I don't know why it's lagging for me here. We were having problems before we went to break.
Or just being weird tonight.
Yeah, we'll say we'll do an average of 4 fire damage, as it seems to be very hot.
Oof. Okay.
But it is your turn now.
But it isn't lava.
It's not lava. It is very hot water. Boiling,
Gotcha.
thermal vented water.
Does it only have her grappled by the feet? Or, like, can
By
she
the
not use
feet.
her arms?
You can use your arms. As grappled, your speed becomes 0. But you can still use your arms and attack.
Okay. Cool. She kind of, like, does a quick sit-up. And she says, "Don't you dare!" And she's gonna swing the maul onto the tongue. If it's
Okay.
possible, like, cut it in half type of thing. We'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
First one will be 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
Even as you're sort of floundering in the water, slam down.
10 damage.
Okay.
And then she'll swing again at the tongue for 22.
That's a hit.
And That'll be 15 damage.
Good hit.
15. All right, another hit.
And that's
See,
it for
part
her.
of the tongue is just sort of freezing rock hard for a moment as it sort of shatters from the warmth and from its movement. But you can see it sort of froze it for a moment.
Sweet.
Okay. And up is Anton.
Anton is going to where am I? Gonna start taking out his bow and start aiming at the face.
Okay.
Longbow. Normal. 20.
That's a hit.
For 7 damage. Piercing damage. And is going to keep on blasting or firing for an 11.
That's a miss.
All right.
Goes into the water.
It's like an adult's bow, but
It's shrunken down.
child size. He's child size. Okay, so he's gonna knock another arrow and get ready for his next volley. And I guess it's Gemma.
Yes.
She, since this is all happening really quick, she is going to. What's the? She's just instinctively going to think about attacking this thing and subtle cast a lightning bolt directly at it. She's just gonna, just as a reaction, try to think about saving her friend, and a lightning bolt comes flying out of her towards it. Oh gosh. And it has disadvantage on the dex save for since she has her shard, her outer essence shard.
Okay. Very interesting. Let's roll disadvantage on the save. It gets an 8.
Okay,
It's
great.
an 8.
33 lightning damage. Then.
Okay. 2 strange effects happen. Oddly, you don't feel like you dealt as much damage as you should have, while at the same time it feels like it was overly effective at the same time. It has shock susceptibility, even though it is resistant to lightning damage.
It's resistant.
Its speed is halved, and it has some other effects that are bad for it. So it didn't deal as much damage as you thought, but it seemed to be very susceptible to the shock.
Okay. Dang. She'll that'll be her turn then, while she kind of like wraps her head around that.
Okay. All
My
right.
turn.
Thaddeus, you're up.
All right. I will throw a. What is there?
Are you getting out of my bag, or are you?
No, it's comfy in here.
Are you sitting in the bag? Or like,
I'm kind of no. Okay, I like kind of like a baby kangaroo fumble out of the pouch and just kind of like roll on the floor and kind of brush myself off, and that'll be all my movement. And I'll be like,
I appreciate
can
that.
take it. I can take it from here.
I could have helped you out.
I got it. I'll sling a couple more Eldritch Blasts. A 15 for the first one.
Okay, a 15 hits.
Do 6 damage. God, this another 4 with that frickin' thing. Another 15. There's consistency with my rolls tonight.
15 hits.
Alright. 4 damage.
Another grazing.
It
you
seems
strike
pretty
twice.
strong.
Anything else for you?
That'll be my turn.
Alright, the frog Hemoth. Yes. Will. Yes. Okay, we're gonna try and bite Willa.
What size is it?
Size huge.
It is huge.
A 13 will miss you, Willa. Oof. And then we'll try and reach out with its tentacles. Stop. It starts to move closer in the water there, actually partially getting onto land. Still, its tongue is attached to you, Willa, but it does try and use a tentacle. It has several tentacles that sort of start to slime over onto the surface of the ground there. Remember, it is difficult terrain, everyone, in this area. Does attempt to use its tentacle against Anton, who's here. With I think a reaction popped up for you, but I got a 20.
Oh, none of that applies. No. Yeah.
Okay.
A 20
So-
hits.
Yeah, he took 19 damage as this tentacle slaps outward, and there is another.
He can do his armor attack. He doesn't have a thing for it.
It's only 5 feet, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, so yeah, he can't do any of this stuff.
Yeah. And then another, because I can't. That's not true. I'll move here again. And that should be enough. I don't want you. Let's maybe throw a
I like
slap.
the measurement, Wes.
At Gemma for a tentacle attack. With a 14.
I don't think 14. Oh, 14 does hit. She'll shield for.
Oh wow. Okay.
But she has to do
Magic surge.
Oh, fuck.
Wild magic, wild magic.
Let's see what we get.
Oh, Anton rolled a 5.
You failed. It didn't pop up for me. I don't see any
It's
number.
I rolled a 1d20 and it's
I see a 5.
a 5. It's because I have Anton selected because I can't just roll regular dice. Yeah. I did.
Okay.
I rolled a 20. Yeah, so I failed.
Let's see the result.
So she puts her
Big
hand
money,
up,
no
deflects
whammy,
her-
no whammy.
Deflects the tongue.
Oh well, you are
Thanks, man.
surrounded by faint ethereal music for the next minute.
Oh, good. I'll take it.
Ooh.
Are we,
Strange
do we
music.
have a soundtrack?
Ethereal combat music.
Yeah. If I felt like wasting time going through and finding a track that, but faint ethereal music, and that will actually, I believe that will do it for.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? It can use its tongue again. It's going to flick its tongue, letting you go, Willa, and we'll flick it at Thaddeus.
I'm tiny. Is it harder to hit me? Don't I have like a +2 to AC or something?
You have a +2.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't think I took that into account last time, but I don't think it mattered.
It doesn't actually matter for this particular attack. You have to make a strength saving throw.
Oh,
yeah,
a straight, and I. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, a 5.
Oh
You
You're
are
getting
pulled
eaten.
right next to it.
Help me!
Again, you are same thing. Sort of snapped at you. You are pulled up and fall on your back, and you're pulled towards the froghemoth, and that will do it for the creature. It goes to Willa now. The tongue is around Thaddeus, so you're no longer grappled. Thaddeus
Ooh.
is.
Willa sees Thaddeus and she's like, "Hold on there, buddy." She'll run up. I assume the tongue is like in between Thaddeus and the froghemoth, so she's going to aim at that tongue again. Try and break it.
I will. I think you probably have to move you over 5 feet over there, so you're not in its space.
And you're not in the water.
Okay. Yeah, good call.
So go ahead, go for it there.
18
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
for 15 damage.
Okay.
Then she'll go again. For 21
Yes.
and 12 damage.
Okay.
Does that break the tongue? She's done quite a bit of damage to the tongue.
If you want to do a specific attack, I'll give you a disadvantage if you're really like trying to break it off. I'll give you disadvantage to the attack. We can discuss that there, but do you want to try rolling again and see if you try and hit the tongue specifically?
Yeah, so that would be the disadvantage roll.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me see.
So go ahead and just roll again.
It's not letting me. Hold on. I'm just gonna move forward so I could do this. 14?
Yeah, so for the disadvantage, it'd be 14. You still hit, so I'll still do that original damage, which will be 12, but it
Okay.
doesn't necessarily damage the tongue.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it for her.
All right, looks like Anton is up.
I'm allowed to reload. We're just
Yeah, it's being a little funky right now.
Yeah, I want to try a spell, but I don't even want to bother with how wonky things are tonight.
Well, you gotta use a spell, right?
Yeah, it's a spell that takes a bit more work.
You said my lightning had done like it was not effective, but it was effective. Like what?
Yeah.
What all can I tell? Can I tell what it did to it?
It seemed to slow it down.
Just slow it down.
Yeah.
Okay, but
There are multiple things applied to that description, but it seemed to really kind of slow it down.
And nothing that can help Anton, I guess. Well, he's just gonna go. He's gonna just go charging in and start hacking. Let's go with his Kopesh poison. Normal attack for a 25.
Oh yes, that's a hit.
Okay, so he's gonna go in there with doing 11. So it's 5 piercing, 6 poison. Oh, it actually has to make a Constitution saving throw for the poison.
Eight.
That's all weird. Okay, so he takes the full amount: 5 piercing, magical piercing, and 6 magical poison. He's gonna go in, slashing with his short sword on his offhand attack for a 14.
14 hits.
Okay. For 5 regular piercing.
It's a hit.
He's gonna just 5 regular piercing, and then
Gotcha. Yeah.
Second. Oh, okay. His second attack with his Kopesh again, doing a cross slash for a 13.
But that one will miss.
Okay. And as is Anton, he is gonna action surge.
Nice.
He's gonna go in and start hacking away, trying to help free Thaddeus for a 25.
Oh yes.
For a 14.
Make
Constitution saving throw. Yep.
Yep. 17.
Okay, so he takes 8 magical piercing and 3 magical poison.
Gotcha. So he gains 4 back.
And then he's gonna take the last swing with his other action surge. Oh, it was a 10. Damn.
Yeah. Miss.
That's Anton. Gemma's gonna scoot over. It just, man, I don't know if that's worth doing again. She's gonna try to put another lightning bolt into it, but this time she's gonna twist the magic around a little bit and make it into thunder damage instead.
Okay. All right.
so it's got disadvantage on the save.
Ooh.
Disadvantage. Gotcha. Fails with the 4.
Oh, fantastic. Let's see if it takes the full. Now, come on, big roll. Oh, 25.
Does seem to be effective.
Okay. And then I made the wild magic.
Okay, you made the wild magic. All right.
Hold on. Well, that'll be it. She's gonna move back a little bit more, and that's Gemma.
Okay. Thaddeus.
So, I can cast a leveled spell and a cantrip in the same turn, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
As long as they're not both actions or both. Yeah.
Nope. I am going to cast Spirit Shroud, which is a concentration bonus action. It's level 5 because it ignored the roll. I don't know why it's rolling a roll. It's basically Spirit Guardians for Warlock. It'll be radiant damage. And now every time I land an attack, I do an extra 2d8 damage.
Okay. Wow. That's a cool
Yeah.
freaking spell.
So this will be my first attack against him, a 19.
Yeah. Do you not have disadvantage because you're right in front of him?
Do I?
I believe you do, unless you have a special feat.
If it's a ranged
for
attack,
doing-
no.
Yeah, I'd probably do then.
Wait, Spirit Shroud? Or
For Eldritch Blast.
oh, he's doing
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
So that will be a disadvantage.
Yeah. Alright, I'll roll the second one then.
Still got a low AC, so
Yeah,
you might still.
You should just hit him on a 1. Don't you have like something insane like plus
Something
13?
kind of crazy.
15.
Yeah, you still hit. So go ahead and roll damage for that. 15.
2d8 minus 1d4. That should do all of that. 17 damage for the first one.
All right.
And then... Oh, damn, there was a nat 20 in there. And then a 12.
Oh, with the disadvantage. It's a mess.
Yeah. I just go... He's not going down! Help me!
All right. Frogheem is going to do something maybe a little ballsy, but the somewhat mindless creature, pretty hurt, turns towards the water and dives back in. If you'd like, you can use your reaction, Willa, Thaddeus, and Anton to make an attack.
Did he release the grapple on me?
He did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, same.
Does Anton want to do it first in case he has, like, a thing?
He doesn't have.
He doesn't have Sentinel?
No, he doesn't have Sentinel. He has Mage Slayer. Oh no, that's not gonna do anything. He's gonna swing his Kopesh poison for 24.
Are we still calling that disadvantage then on ranged attacks, Wes?
It would, because it would be as he's leaving your.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as
finish
he's leaving
Anton
your
first.
space. Yeah, go ahead.
There's a 24 hit.
It does.
Can I even reaction with the spell? I don't think I can.
7 piercing and maybe 6 poison.
Okay, make the Constitution saving throw. 6. That's a failure, right?
6 poison.
Got it. So it's a total of 13. Yep. Okay. And who else? Thaddeus?
I don't really. No, I can't really do that because I don't have a dagger out, and I can't do a spell. I'm gonna try and punch him as he leaves and drops his tongue on me.
What do you do?
34.
You punch.
Okay, that still has my fucking spirit shroud thing on it, so that's still plus 2d8.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's ballsy and
7 damage.
fucking cool, Thaddeus.
Punched him.
Oh my god.
Good
So how do you do it? How do you do that?
The really tiny Thaddeus that had like just gotten dropped by the tongue does like a go, "You're not getting away," and just does like a grapple punch at the tongue. And the spirit shroud, like magic near him, just infects the tongue and just kind of like poops him out of existence.
He has like the strength of literally a tiny mouse, and he just like slams down, but somehow the magic of the warlock surrounds the fist and slams down and pierces the tongue and strips the creature in this sort of weird whirlwind as it spins out of control and lands into the water dead. And that ends combat.
The tongue was its weak spot.
Oh, you guys should have been aiming for that the whole time. Just kidding, Willa. Good job.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Willa had the right idea, though.
Wow, good job, Thaddeus. I never seen a punch that powerful before.
I didn't know I could do it.
And for something so small, too.
I'll be big soon.
Just pats you on the head.
Kills him. Excellent.
All right. And with that end of combat, that is the perfect place to end it for tonight. So thank you all for joining us. Those who came and watched us live, we really appreciate it. You can look for this episode on YouTube and podcast platforms by this weekend. Next week, we'll also have a rerun on Twitch. And join us right now on our Discord for our after show discussion. Otherwise, we will see you in 2 weeks on August 21st. Thanks again for watching and listening, everyone. Good night.
Bye.
See you later.
Peace.